Hello everybody, welcome to Making Richie Rich. Today I am going to be talking about Betfair Trading. I'm currently in a Discord group for Profit Boss. If you're starting out in match betting and you want to learn about EPs and 2-ups, Chris over at Profit Boss, perfect. I joined his Patreon. Cheltenham and the Grand National alone made me £2,500, and a lot of that was thanks to Chris. What Chris does over at Profit Boss is he'll go live, say, for your EPs on Saturday. He'll show you what horses and stuff to get on. He has a calculation there that works out what's got the best positive value, and he helps you get on those. So for anybody starting out, I recommend go check out Profit Boss, sign up, get access to the Discord, and this is what this video is now in relation to, because on the Discord group, there's a few people there who are talking about starting Betfair Trading, which I've been doing now roughly for about a month or two. So I'm very new. I've done a lot of research, so I know where they're starting from. I made quite a few mistakes at the start, trying to do what I thought looked good value, but it wasn't. Truth is, people out there have been doing it a lot longer than me, and they know better. So these are basically a few strategies you can do to start with that's low risk and get you in and out. So is Richie Rich? Let's find out. Okay, so welcome back. Now you might see up here in the top corner, I've got £100 left in my Betfair. That's because I've not ran out of funds. I'm not allowed to deposit any more money into my Betfair for this month. I have put a lot through because I've been using it for Betfair Trading and also for match betting. I was doing a lot of 2-ups and it took a lot of my money there recently, and EP. So I have to wait till the end of the month to top it up. But I've got £100 left at the moment. I've got a couple of trades already in play at the moment for other strategies. So what I'm going to do is talk about the tennis one. The tennis strategy, I would suggest start with £1 to get used to it, okay? So what we're looking to do, we're looking to go in and find a player who has won the first set, and we're going to lay that player. So what we want to do is we'll scroll down here and have a wee look. So let's see who's just won the first set. Okay, there's a match there. No, that's one each on the second set. No, we don't want that one. We'll scroll on down a bit more. I think I looked at this match earlier. I don't think that's actually currently in play. So there's one here. Let's have a look. Oh, helps if I can open it. Right, okay. Yes, so that match is currently in play. Right, so as you can see, look at those odds. 1.09. If I lay the favourite here, we can also have a look at the stats on the left hand side. It'll bring up what they were before the match started, so you can see who the favourite is. So in this match, Beatrice is the favourite. So 109. So what happens? I'm going to lay £100. Okay, I'm not actually going to do that, right? As you can see, the most I will actually lose here is £9. If it wins, it's £98, right? That's one strategy. You can leave it in for the whole time. What we're wanting to do is we'll lay the favourite on the hope that in the second set, which happens a lot more than you would think, that the other person starts coming back. Now, what you want to do in this strategy is either cash out as soon as somebody breaks their serve. So, for example, Beatrice is going to serve first, and then if Erica breaks her serve, we want to cash out as soon as possible. So, as you can see, the most you're going to risk is £9. So all you're going to risk is £9. Safe trade. What I would even recommend to people, if they're not wanting to, go £10. Most you're going to put at risk is 90p. Start small, okay? I'm going to put this in play. There we go. So you can see me actually doing the trade. And we're in play. So you can see we're minus 18p already. We'll leave that there. I'm not sure when that second set's about to start. Something I've noticed sometimes with tennis as well is if there's bad weather, and I've been caught out in a few trades where I've jumped in thinking, oh, there's a good match, without checking to see if the game's actually in play, which has happened quite a few times recently. So just be careful that if you're looking for a match before you get into it, make sure it's actually in play, because then you can have some of your liquidity tied up for ages. And you don't want to be doing that, because if I would have to cash out now, if it's not going to have a match to tomorrow, I'm going to lose 18p. Not a big deal, but if you're doing a higher stakes, it could be 180, especially if it's tying up some of your liquidity. So just quickly check. So there you go. We've seen a fault on the first serve, and the price has moved already. We can cash out and make 1p. So what we're wanting here is for Erica, ideally in the first match. Now I've done zero research, jumped in live on stream here to see how it looks. There you go. Erica's won 15 up, and we're 1p in profit. So we're just going to follow this along for a few moments and see how it goes. Ideally, what you want to do is you can set and forget this, because you're only going to lose £1. If you're happy enough with that, you can just set and forget, and hopefully come back after a few games. If Erica would come back here, you would cash out. You can watch it, wait for her to go one game up, cash out, or leave it for a full turnaround like a 2-up, and hopefully that person comes back. And as you can see, you're getting, what's that, 90% profit, basically. Yeah, well, you're getting £9.80 back, but it's only costing you £1. Nice, easy, simple strategy with low risk. Eric is now 30.15. She's now 10p in profit. You could cash out here. You could be in profit. What we'll do, we'll wait and see if she breaks the serve. Again, it's good to have your own like this is a basic strategy. So what you want to do is find your own exit point, where you want to exit. Do you know, at what point do you wait till, do you want to lose all your money? Are you happy enough? Do you want to then cash out at a smaller loss if you need to? So for example, in this one, Beatrice, she comes back, wins her first game, and then breaks Erica's serve on the next one. Do you cash out there and not go for the full 90p loss? Okay? You need to decide what your exit points are and how much you're willing to lose, okay? A person told me recently that if you have, say, for example, £1,000 bankroll, you only ever want to risk 3% per trade. So in that case, you would want to lose no more than £30 max, because then that way it allows you to get on a lot more trades and you're not risking all your bankroll. Personally, I at the start made silly mistakes. I went in on tennis games at say 102 thinking, oh, it's a cert, they're going to win. Only for that person to then start coming back, and those odds swung the whole way up. If I cashed out, I was at a huge loss. Twice I was so lucky that the person ended up winning, but it was not worth the risk. It really, I could have lost, I think in that one was £1,000, because I put £1,000 on at 1.02 or 1.03, thinking, oh, it's a quick scalp here, this person's a cert. Tennis is not a cert. As you can see, there we go. Erica in that game only needed 1 point to win the game, and now it's advantage to Beatrice. So tennis, it's hard to predict, especially women's tennis. It swings back and forth a lot more, which is sort of good if you're wanting to do this strategy, because it's easy for the person who didn't win the first set to come back and win the second set, you know, even if they're not the favorite. Or even I've seen a case of one game where the person was 4 games up to 1, and they won the first set. So I had decided to go in and trade on this. It's almost like they knew that I just put a lot of money on this, because straight away she started losing. She lost 4 games in a row, and it came to 5 each. And then she won 6-5 to give me the worst sweat ever. Now, I am not a gambler. I come into match betting, you know, never gambling. So you need to be careful. Don't do those mistakes. Go for stuff like this where you have a very low risk. You know, the worst you're risking here is 90p. Okay, so there we see it. Beatrice has won that game. We could have cashed it earlier for some profit, but I'm just letting it run to show you how it can go. Didn't realize I was going to have to talk so much during this video, but what we can maybe do is, if I go quiet, I'll maybe fast forward a wee bit, and we can check out the results, okay? So as you can see, for a basic strategy, it's quite good in the sense of low risk and a higher reward. If that person comes back, even if you cash out and you make £1 or £2 off that, that's good. You're starting off small. When you start applying a bigger bankroll and bigger stakes, and you're used to trading, again, keep it small. Only risk £1. Why risk more to start with, and build it up? That £10 could go to, for example, the odds are still similar. If I put £1,000 on there, I could potentially win £1,000 back. If that person came back and won that, I would be putting £80 at risk. You need a big bankroll for that, but just for an example, £100, you can see what you'd be getting back. You probably wouldn't want to leave it for the full turnaround unless you were following the game and you could see that it was going that way. But I would be just trying to pull money back from that. So if it was £100, I'd be trying to take £25 out and then keep reducing that, and then leave it in as a free bet. There's loads of wee options you can do within the strategy. But for starting out, I would just, there you go. So Beatrice is now broke. Erica's serve. What you would want to do right now is cash out. If you're on bigger stakes. If you're happy to leave it, you're only losing 90p, that's fine. But what you would do in this scenario on a higher stakes is take the loss. So I'll cash out, take the loss, and there you go, lost, cashed out 58p, and there you go. What you want to do is go back in, look for the next one, and try that. Or do it as a set and forget. When it's only £1, it's not a big deal. £10, it's a higher risk. It depends on your bankroll, how flush you are. If you're happy enough losing a full £10. But I would have just, when watching the game, cashed out. So there we go. Who's next? Another strategy is to look for a tightly matched game. So this one here looks tightly matched. It's one each, 3-2. It's that person's serve. So what we're going to do is we're going to back the server. So I'm going to put £1 on as he serves for the game. Keep. Okay, it didn't match, so bring that down to 1.2. There we go. With tennis, you want to be really quick if you're doing this strategy as well in between. So there you go. I put £1 on to win 24p. This is just backing the serve. So what you're doing is you're hoping that person wins their serve. As you can see, happy days. I'll turn the sound off there. We can watch this match in play. Usually the person will win their serve. So you're hoping then when you place your trade, by the end of it, then you'll be in profit. You cash out. You can either go back the other server and do the same and constantly just keep going back and forth. Now, eventually somebody's serve will get broke and there will be a loss, but you can hope that you've made enough profit in between that it covers that loss. Okay, so we'll do that now. Okay, and the second point. So now we're in the green. You will notice, especially after you're trading for a while, you'll start to see the numbers and you'll start to understand where the numbers are going to go as you're watching. Typically, if you back the person who won the last game, the person for the next game's odds will be higher. So that's when you get in, and you back that person, and then you'll make your. That's where you'll make your profit, because the odds are lower when you get the cash out. And there you go. This shows you how nothing's simple in life, but when you're starting with small stakes, it's not a big deal. Okay, so it's now 30 each here. Can Kenny bring it back? Nope, he is thrown it away, which happens more than you think in tennis. If you look at the service games here, he won the first set 6-3, so he didn't get broke. He lost the second set 7-5, so I'm wondering, did that go to a tie break? Or he maybe got broke once, and now he has the potential of getting broke again here. Okay, so what we do, we would cash out. He lost that, okay. What we do now is go over here and we will back the next serve. So that's the kind of luck you have there. With this, you're not going to win any research. It's just purely on the fact that most people, when they serve, will generally win more times than they won't. And that's what you're wanting to capitalize on. So knowing our luck, or my luck, sorry, that Kenny will come back and break this serve. So that'll be the worst example ever to show. But with Betfair Trading, you can't win them all. It's like if you've done 2-ups, you've done EPs, you're not going to win everything. It's about getting the odds in your favour. And, you know, you're looking for that. Sorry, it's just what's that point. So you're just hoping that, look, and there's Kenny coming back. You couldn't write it. Unfortunately, it goes like this quite a lot. There's so certainties. So, but over the course, this is why it's important. And I am terrible at this, and I need to find a better structure to how I'm trading, because I don't record my results. I've just been kind of jumping in, doing my trades, riding the luck. Hopefully it works. Hopefully, you know, if it doesn't, hopefully at the end of the day I'm in profit. I think overall I am in profit, but I've done a lot of risky trades, which I don't do no more, which got me that profit, but also lost me a lot of money. There was one, I think it was the Liverpool game a few weeks ago, Champions League, and I had done the under 4.5 market, under 5.5 market, and I put like a couple £100 on them. Then there was goals galore in that game. I think it was 4-3 it finished in the end, or 3 each. Yeah, and I lost, I think, £400 in that game. So silly mistakes, and I've learned lessons. So this video is just to try and show people just some basic ones to start with to help you, so you're not making huge mistakes from the get-go. And he just lost. Oh, great. So we'll cash out there, take a loss of the £1.10. All right, just do it. And I'm going to swing back over here. I'll maybe put £2 on there. You know, just a chance to try and bring some of that back in the next serve. I wouldn't advise to do this for a lot of people. I'm just showing you it's an example of what you can do. There we go, and we're all matched up. So, minus £1.12 for the game. Kenny, if you lose this next one, I'm going to delete this video and I'm never going to give anybody any trading advice ever again. But look, this is why I wanted to do this video, and I wanted to do a live trade, because I know on YouTube you see a lot of videos, you see people, they hide their bankroll, for example, up in the corner. You know, you don't know how many trades are getting on, because they just show you the one trade that, oh look, I done this strategy and I made such and such money and it's great. I jumped in, I picked the first 2 games that I seen, and you can see how easily it can go wrong. But over time, like EPs, you know, you maybe not win every one, but the ones you do win will make up for it. More so for the last strategy, because you think about it, you need one person out of those 10 games that you would win on those kind of odds, who just comes back and wins. And in tennis, it happens a lot. So the odds can be in your favour more. But it's why it's important to record your results. Oh my, there you go. You can't write this. You can't write this. So, okay, well. We'll wait and see how this goes. And then at this point, you would want to, you just wouldn't trade anymore. You would just come out of this game, go look for a new one, and just put it behind you. A lot of the stuff that I learned about trading online was people were saying, it's the mentality. You have to learn to take the losses. If you do smart trades like this, where it's minimal losses, and a better return, sort of, it'll be better for you mentally. If you're doing what I did with that Liverpool game and you're losing a couple £100, and I felt like crying, I felt sick to my stomach, it was not good. Again, I'm not a gambler, so I wasn't used to this. It kind of put me off. It scared me away from wanting to trade again. I was only watching people who talked about this issue is, you have to learn to take it. I had at this point made a lot of money. I was making on average £100 to £200 a day, but it's only a matter of time when you're doing silly trades like that you will be caught out. And that's what happened to me. So it's better to go, as I've already stated numerous times, go small. Oh, Altug isn't too happy with himself there. Throwing the tennis racket. That's what we want to see. Okay, 40-30. So we might have clawed some of this money back. But it's important to remember to never go chasing. You can just end up going deeper and deeper, and you don't want that. And there we go. Okay. So Kenny brought it back. I could cash out now for an 89p loss, which I will do. There you go. So I lost 89p in that trade. Again, scale it up. If you had £10 on that, that's, £8.90 you're losing there. Question is, would you want to jump in and trade here? I wouldn't. I would just leave. It's 5-3. Go and look for something else. There's always loads more trades, okay? So that is some of the basic tennis trades. I would love to try and jump in on one more and just fast forward to the end to see how it would turn out. But I don't really see any matches there just yet. Let's have a quick look at this one. That's not the worst. He's serving, or she. So yeah, I think that's a she. You're risking £2.50 there. It's 5-4. It's this person serve next. Joe will do actually. I'm gonna back this serve for £1, because that person's serve, as you can see, hasn't lost a serve yet. So we'll jump in here and see how it goes. Yay! Finally, something went our way. So we'll cash out there a whole 5p profit. Again, we put £1 on that. So if you scale that up, you can see where you can make the profit. Yeah, well, no, it was too slow there, but I made 3p. So just examples of what you can do, okay? These are strategies that you don't really need any research in. You can always look at to see who the favorite is. If you're wanting to, some people would lay the favorite, and hopefully the favorite doesn't win, because you're getting better odds, less risk. But if anybody has any questions at all, just throw some comments down there. I'll try to help. I'm a newbie. There's plenty of people on YouTube out there who's been doing this. My problem was when I watched them, a lot of people are selling something. They're selling a course. They're selling, a Discord or whatever. I know I just promoted Profit Boss at the start. The reason I like Chris at Profit Boss, he's not selling you anything. You can pay to sign up to Ko-fi, which gives you access to his live stream on a Saturday, where he's doing the trades with you. He's showing you what he's actually doing, just like what I've done. But he has a good formula for APs and 2-ups. And that's the reason why, I'm talking about Chris. I'll not get any money from anybody who goes from here over to Chris. There's no, links. He's Profit Boss YouTube. Look him up, make your own decisions. That's all you can do. I've interacted with him on the live streams the odd time. There's quite a lot of people in there. There's a Facebook group. There's a lot of people who help you. And a lot of people even now have helped me, because I was even asking questions yesterday about Leonakis. You've got loads of people there willing to help, okay? So if this has been any help to you, throw me a like. If it hasn't, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Sometimes I talk too much. Maybe it's the Irish accent as well. You might not understand it. For anybody who's coming over from the Profit Boss Discord group, hopefully this helps. If it hasn't, or you have any questions, throw it into the trading Discord chat there. There's 4 set up. There's the horse racing, football, tennis, and then just a general trading one. Because if there's something I'm missing and you can tell me, please share, because I want to make Richie rich, and hopefully you can all get rich too. So thanks for watching. Bye now.